This will be my first mission, by the way. Bam! Look how fun these are. Oh no, of course. Oh, even though the city's on another continent, the mission itself is on my continent. Oh, I thought it was based on where the city centre was. Oh, never mind. Bit of the wasted tile that, but it still gives me a little bit of faith. So, hey, it's all good. So I can do a 25 gold per turn route to Lisbon, or we could go for this super route that I'm building to Madrid. 5 food, 6 production, 9 gold. Oh, which is more important? Internal yields, like the production and the food, or the gold? I think I'd rather build the cities up for now, and I just like the idea of having a city like this. We haven't even improved it to its biggest capacity yet, so we'll keep working on it. Also, it's a good opportunity to build some road connections between all of my land, so that's something I want to do as well. There's feudalism. Oh, I knew it was there somewhere. Okay, right, settlers, holy sites, natural philosophy. All of these are really handy things. I would love it if I could put the extra builder charge card on. Do I just put it instead of settler production? That feels like a bad move, but maybe until I get a better government, that's the thing to go for. Faith is less useful right now, annoyingly, so we'll put serfdom in. I want to get that card back as soon as I can, but yeah, that's fine. Civil service we're still working on, then divine rights, we can get monarchy. I don't want to not settle, you know? Settling is just too much fun. Oh, these trade routes to Lisbon are so good. Oh, no, resist. Send them to Madrid. Send them to Madrid. Actually, this puts an amazing road down in my empire, but Bilbao's got its route now. Savia, hello. Honored to meet you. Love to sample your hospitality. Brilliant. And friendship. Still the old trick. She's like Gilgabro these days. Just send Savia friendship first turn, and she very rarely says no. All right, let's try this mission again. Let's try it again. There we go. Those are the yields we want to see. So 3 food, 2 production, 4 faith on a single tile. That really does help to just boost that city into something useful right from the outset. Harbors, I always think, are a good way to start any new colony. This helps you to get those yields in nicely. And this barb is just a nightmare, but I am bringing an archer in now. I haven't given up. I refuse to give up. I'm going to get my way. It's the last thing I do. Promise you. Oh, do you ever get that thing where your brain starts to whir and you start to put together combinations and tactics and it's really like addictive because there's so many ways you can play a game and you start going, oh, well, if I do this ability and that ability, and then you'll have like an unintended consequence or some sort of stacking ability that just works really nicely. That's what this mod does. I just keep reading through some of the things that you can get. Like if you go down the general card, you can start getting extra flanking and combat strength and really, really cool things in here. Like Oracle boosts to buying great people and educator. I would recommend this mod heavily. I really would. I think there are some really fascinating ways that you could play this game. Really glad I found this mod. Really adds another element in. As I say, it's more of a sort of Civ 5 approach to governors and policies, but it works really nicely. Oh look, my boats have actually connected up. We've circumnavigated the Med. Brilliant. Loads of space. Let's think about alliances. Now, it was Germany that really doesn't like Portugal, so I think a military alliance with Germany would be a very good idea for later into the game. Someone I'm likely to trade with quite a lot is Rome, so I think I'm probably going to stick Rome on a research alliance, but I could always switch to a cultural alliance later. Speaking of cultural alliance, I'm going to give that to Gaul. Oh, no, they don't want it, or they have to pay 2 gold per 10, that's fine. Just because then I can really push towards Europe a little bit more. Scotland, you can get whatever's left, to be fair. Religious? No, actually, I saw Scythia with their own religion, so maybe you want a religious alliance. Oh yeah, they do. Perfect. Right, Scotland was being awkward, so Byzantium, do you want the economical? Yeah, you see, look, there you go. Some people just want to trade. Others don't. Suddenly a lot more Diplo favor every turn, though. Hey! Spain that everyone likes. It's a rarity in these sort of colonial games. The Dutch have just announced me, but honestly, I'm more amazed that the Dutch are still in the game. How are you surviving on loyalty? I mean, look, Amsterdam just keeps getting flipped every other turn. I have to say, some of the campuses on this map, you just got to go for the ones that really like make you smile, and that +5 was right up there for me. Mission number 2. There you go. You see that one? That's the difference in the yields if you put it on a different continent or your own. It's an extra food, extra production, and 2 extra faith. It's a really good tile, actually. Huge faith per turn. Saving up my faith at the moment. I could improve my religion again, but I can see Irene of Athens for 1,300 faith. I'm doing one single commercial project to try and get a few points to boost that in, but a 3 governor on this mod. Governors are a massive thing. Oh, Hungary just was offering me a book there and I accidentally skipped through it. And war with France. Oh, it's always tempting. I could just take a border city from France. I need to actually build a military. I think I need to build a military. I've got to be all Spanish about this and really go after the game. Let's go melee, see if that helps. And no profits, is it still available? No. Let's go double scientists. I mean, honestly, why not? I'm saving my favor. I'm selling it. It's useful more to me as gold at the moment than it is for actual votes. No admirals, +5 to melee. Oh, maybe this is conquistador time. Maybe it is. I forgot to check where the Niter was. Where's the Niter? Granada has some. Excellent. There's some on this island. Oh, gotta go and settle that then. No real Niter source apart from those two. So we've got to keep Granada on side and we've got to go and settle this island there. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I could absolutely get in on a joint war with France. That would be really, really good. They don't have that strong walls either. They've got medieval appearing in various cities and Renaissance, so they could build Renaissance. But just taking one city, pushing Spain's borders a little bit into southern France. Big advantage for me. Very tempting. Actually, the consulate's going to give me 4 production per turn towards settlers. Why have I not done that yet? I was on 45. I'm on 50. Yes. Okay, maybe encampment is actually the next thing that Madrid should get. I'm actually into the top 10 on score for the first time now, which is very good. Portugal is second and France is first, so we really do have powerful neighbours in this game. Probably not the best if we were looking for easy wars, but what are you going to do? Oh, Portugal's off now. Oh, they're actually giving up this space. Yeah, I will absolutely settle next to them. I'm, as I say, planning on going into a golden age very soon. So as soon as I do that, we're going to put a huge amount of loyalty pressure on them, and cartography is almost here. I may just buy one more boat quickly, just so that I've got a few caravels when I upgrade them. I've got 4 in total. That's not exactly a fleet. Oh, a free builder. Thank you. Not exactly a fleet, but hey, you can do well against the AI with a few well-placed units. That's all you need. There is cartography. Still working on Niter. Oh, do I want to focus on conquistadors or frigates? I think we're going to do a little bit of work on frigates just for now, just until we get the Niter, but that is always a lovely thing to see. Yeah, Portugal's not going to like this at all. This is probably going to push them over into disliking me. But sometimes you have to go, hey, don't mind. You do you, Portugal, and if that involves not liking me, then, you know, whatever. Did you see that though? Settling on another continent has given me 2 builders with 5 charges each. 10 charges every time I make a city. That is good. And we can now start doing more traders as well to Madrid. Yes, come on. I knew this barb wouldn't be able to help itself. Oh, the merchant was taken. Oh, who just picked that up? It was Portugal. It was Portugal. Oh, I don't know who picked it up. I was just about to get enough. Oh, I thought there was a really sneaky way of getting an extra governor there. I was so excited about that. I was about to get the finisher, the pioneer. Oh, never mind. Right, we can work on it by getting our tier 2 building in our capital. I think that's the best way to do it. In the meantime, let's use that faith instead to get an apostle. We can finish off our religion, and you'll notice that Portugal keeps sending missionaries around. I'm going to start annoying them by just making sure that I have a lot of inquisitors sat around blocking off their religion spread. It'll annoy them, but as I say, we're going to keep annoying Portugal so that hopefully they declare war on us, or they start sending us grievances or whatever. And then we can use the opportunity to declare war on them and steal cities. I think taking a couple of these North African, Moroccan cities from Portugal, pushing into France slightly, these are the avenues of war for me right now. What a great way to celebrate becoming a king. Now, as I crown myself into the royal throes of being a king, Republican legacy is really good, but right now it's not my biggest priority. I'd rather keep campus, adjacency, serfdom. Scripture I'd love to have back on, but I need colonization for the settlers. Veterancy for harbour production, that's gotta be a big one. And maritime industries, because we're going to start pumping some boats out. My aim is to do a little bit of a quadrireme rush. I can get a few of these out in one go, maybe 7 or 8 of them. We can have them all to get promoted at the same time for when we unlock square rigging. That normally works pretty well as a strategy. Meanwhile, evangelizing belief. I could wait until the next era, but I'm not going to because I've got a pagoda to build. Diplomatic Spain will be a thing, probably. It's not. I've got 2 points out of the first 4, so we're not on a huge start, and I've missed out on a couple of aid requests as well because the game doesn't let me join them. Never mind. What you gonna do? There's Toledo. And this is the fun bit about settling a new city now, is I can just go, mission. Ooh, gives 2 science. Oh, no, it's because I built an Alcazar. They look so similar. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I hate when the yields do that. Oh, Oh, it's a real visual bug that really grates on me. Never mind. Medieval Fairs boosted. Oh, lovely. I've been looking for more governors, and that's a good way of getting that. Might take me a little while to do, but yeah, I think the Foreign Ministry has got to be the one. No, sorry, the Grandmaster's Chapel. I've got so much faith. I would love to be able to produce more units fast, and I think that's a really, really good way of doing it. This is a city I was very much looking forward to. Murcia. Beautiful. On a different continent, on a geothermal fissure, and hopefully can just sell some iron, which I can fairly easily, with a trade route back to my capital. Beautiful stuff. 5 food, 6 production, 9 gold. Yeah, these Madrid routes are steady, but they are massively boosting all of my new colonies. Like, I'm up to 6 population in Bilbao. It's the housing. The housing is the problem here. Well, hey, my quadriremes are being made. Do I give them bombardment or line of battle? Line of battle will massively help against the opposition boats, but bombardment help me to take the cities. I think it's the boats I've got the bigger problem with, so I'm going to go for line of battle. It's a very strange choice for me, that. I don't normally go that way, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it. There's quite a lot of settlement opportunity behind my cities, actually. That's something I'm really going to take care of and have a think about. I'm going medieval fairs and then guilds. My plan is to go theocracy. I don't want to stay on theology for any longer than I can, because when I go monumentality next age, that'll take 30% off the faith cost of settlers. If I just show you what that'll look like. Currently, the cost of a settler is 500 production. That works out to be 2,000 gold or 1,000 faith. So 30% off that would be 700 faith. An extra 15% puts that to 550 faith. Still expensive, but it means I can just spawn settlers in right at the front line, which is a huge improvement. But I'm going to settle roughly where Carthage used to be. It's not quite right, but the 2 population and the additional extra population really means that I can just swing onto this city very quickly, get that going, get the harbour rocking. It follows my religion already. We can start putting population pressure on Braga. Yeah, this settlement opportunity is already looking good. I mean, Sicily would be a really good take, but it is Southern Europe, as is Corsica and Sardinia. They both count as Southern Europe as well, so sticking to Africa really for Spain is the better option. I guess that it's just that some of the bonuses though. I mean, obviously cities still give me something for settling on them, so I don't want to dismiss it, but yeah, definitely worth keeping in mind that. 2 turns left on this era. I love how much we've overshot after failing on the other era. It was such a swing for us. It's good that we've got a lot of people buying Diplo favor for quite a lot of gold now. Starting to rack that gold up. Settler is still 2,000 gold. That's not ideal. We are getting that sort of gold every few turns, so it will come along nicely for us. Got a couple of missionaries lying around, so what's the harm in converting cities? It's more teeth. My grill gets better. 42 gold per turn from my religion at the moment. That's pretty good. Rome and Germany are fighting. Gaul and France are fighting. There's a lot of combat kicking off in Europe at the moment, but so far none of it's too bad. Why is Granada not giving me stockpile? For whatever reason, for a temporary amount of time, that niter wasn't giving me anything. So I really want to go and find my own source of niter. Also, I really couldn't resist it for too much longer. Look at that, 33 gold per turn, a route to Lisbon. It crosses continents, it's from my new colonies. I don't want to get too chummy with Portugal, but 33 gold per turn is a lot of gold per turn. You know, that's like a sit up and take note sort of amount of gold. So gold rush, cities on a foreign continent. I believe I have 5 of those at the moment. Gain 2 food and 2 production, as well as 15% faith and gold. Well, I've just started sending trade routes from most cities, so that's really good. And the finisher, domestic trade routes ending in Madrid, gain 2 food and 2 production. We've got to do it. We've got to finish Pioneer off. Oh yes. So that should just give an overall boost to all of my cities on different continents. And makes this trade route even better, I think, which is lovely. Yep, plus 10, plus 15. Oh, that's lovely. And then these internal routes are now worth 7 food and 8 production. Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking ahead. If I pick up the General just after I unlock Conquistador, that will give me 2-3 Conquistadors, because it just says 2-3 melee units. So whatever the best one is, it doesn't even matter if I've got the resource for it. That should be fine. And then I can get front lines, formations, give myself all kinds of combat boosts. And fortunately, General's already up to industrial era, so the chances of me picking up one of those is very slim. But again, anything that gives me a combat boost against Portugal and France. I haven't forgotten about France, like these 2 border cities, like a city or 2. I said that it would be 2 cities if it was on a different continent and 1 if it was on my continent. I don't know if I'm going to count France as being on a different continent. I know it's technically Western Europe, but it is against another major European power on the continent, so I think I would limit myself to just 1 city there. I think that's pretty fair. Still though, we're not far from Conquistador now. We've got to build an armory. I need an encampment in Madrid. That is something I really do want to pick up as soon as I can. Make dedication though. Portugal remains in a golden age. They won't do that forever. It'll get harder and harder for them as time goes on. Now I could go Hic Sunt Dracones for 3 starting population in a city. So that means I would settle with 5 pop, which is mad. It would also mean my boats travel further. Or we could go monumentality and use my gold to buy more settlers. But that's really expensive. That's really, really expensive. And I don't know actually if I want to save my faith, the Grandmaster Chapel, and my gold for upgrades. Yeah, monumentality doesn't make as much sense as it did a little while ago. Reformer coinage is only good for international trade routes. I've got a lot of internal ones, so I'm going to go Hic Sunt Dracones. Now, one of the main reasons this is really, really good is the 2 movement on naval and embarked units. That in itself means my settlers can suddenly move 2 tiles extra, and that is huge. So we're going to do this. Oh, I'm just enjoying all these builder charges. It's just like you plump a city down and instantaneously you can get it almost fully upgraded, which is just lovely to see. Am I building missions everywhere? Not everywhere, but on different continents. As buildings go, they're very, very useful. Extra food and extra production and a ton of faith. The faith is going to come good in approximately 4 turns. That's when it'll really, really get good. Just went shopping and I got a book and a relic on the market for about 300 gold combined. That's not bad, is it? Sometimes the AI, it's worth looking at it because they do offer things for an amount that you'd sort of look at and you'd go, really? Well, okay then. I mean, if you see a +5 appeal tile, these are the ones on my continent. The Alcazars really make sense on 2 science and 2 culture on a tile. That's big. Portugal are not going to like this. I'm just antagonizing them. I'm doing it deliberately now. As I say, I want them to declare war on me. If they do that, then I can take 2 of their African cities. I think Faro is a really good target, but Guarda is 9 population, easy to attack. It's very, very good. As targets go, that's got to be up there. Oh, Egypt now respects the fact that I have a strong military. Clearly, we've been building up fine. I've just been doing this in the background. The other thing I've been doing is just bringing warriors into the game. No strategic resources, just plain warriors, because I'll be able to upgrade those 2 conquistadors pretty easily. Oh, France is losing all of their cities to me via loyalty. Okay, my attention is absolutely then going to be on France. Oh, I didn't see this, Niter. Oh ho, Seville. Oh, you are delightful. Yes, okay, well, there you go. That's even better. Sometimes you don't see it and then you do and you're like, oh ho, well, okay then. I'm going to just generate grievances with you. What you going to do about it, Portugal? You going to declare war on me? Yeah? Didn't think so. Tell you what, the food growth in these cities is quite something. Oh, it's putting so much pressure on France. This is a bad time for them to be in a dark age. They're looking at this idyllic, an 89 population for Spain, and they've got 89 pop themselves. Whoa. Hang on, look at that. 13 cities, 89 pop for both of us exactly. That's mad. Who's winning on score? Who's winning? I'm on 3rd. Oh, they're still first. This is how we're going to overtake them. Look at this, though. This corner of the map. France in 1st, Portugal 2nd, Spain 3rd, and then Germany and Hungary. People say that having all the space on this map really helps. Nope. Being packed in. It's the competition that people like. I love these routes, though. Look at that Madrid route. Oh, yes. Perfect. It's the fact that you get gold for internal routes with Spain. That's the thing that I just can't get over sometimes. Secured 1 more source of niter, though. Bam! Oh, that's a mouthful. Look at that. Vitoria Gasteiz. Well, you know the drill. Plonk down that harbour. I know it's on my own continent, but I will treat that city to a trader. I think it's probably good. Look at my boats now assembling. We've got a lot of boats in this area. This is looking really, really healthy. A lot of warriors as well, all ready to get upgraded. We need a lot of niter, but I am building up a fairly decent supply now. That is a problem, though. That fortification health is looking mighty tough. So I'm going to need just to quickly get a siege tower. Then we'll go for gunpowder again. With this, though, mainland Spain is now entirely settled with Las Palmas. Time to start upgrading, I think. Who is Portugal still enemies with? Interesting. Not Germany anymore, but Gaul and Rome. Would Gaul dare to go to war with Portugal? Yes, they would. What about Rome? No. They'd need persuading. I think I could probably get quite a few people on side with this war if I tried. Egypt Egypt, I'm just going to friend you. Make sure you don't go anywhere. And Hungary, they don't want a delegation, but if I give you open borders and like a gift of diplo favor, I can probably get you on side, actually. Greece in exactly the same way. We'll see if we can get friends with both of these. That's like a couple more allies. France is never going to be our ally. The Dutch equally. Poland are so far away, less interested. But I've pretty much finished all my boats now. I'm not going to finish those ones. Let's change policies. We're going to go for... Oh, have I actually unlocked? I haven't unlocked mercenaries yet. Oh, okay, let's do that. I want to upgrade that as fast as I can. As I mentioned, do I save the general? Do I save the general? That is a good question. Although, actually, I've got guilds, but I'll unlock at some point instantly. So I could go merchant navy, go down to ports of call, 2 food, 2 production, 2 housing in coastal cities. That's pretty good. It's not super important, though. What about spymaster? That would give me some really good combat bonuses against Portugal. Should we do that? Like, grants me a spy, and then as soon as I put it in, I get +4 loyalty per turn in all my border cities. I can put that in Iberia. You know what? This is a bit different. Let's use a spy master. So let's do that. We'll just quickly pop you there, and I'll send you to a Portuguese city that I'm unlikely to capture. Lisbon. Probably Lisbon at the worst. Oh my goodness. 3,784 gold. I think spy master is going to be a very useful one for me. Insiders giving me extra levels for offensive missions. Okay. Ursa's having an epiphany, everyone. Just... yeah, I think my targets in this war are going to be Guarda and Faro, 2 prime colonial spots that'll actually connect all of my empire together, form a very decent Morocco. What I'm going to do, though, is put pressure on the internal land. If I take this city, I'll give it back in a peace deal. So I'm not going to take it fully, but this is a good chance to just really pressure them into an early peace deal by really sitting on all of their lands. Now, are they building extra walls? I feel like they've got medieval walls up. That's okay. Could be worse. Got to remind myself how conquistadors work. 10 combat strength when there is a religious unit within 1 hex. So they can get to 68 strength. It'll be 73 with my Spanish ability. 77 once I pick up my alternate government and I unlock the Wars of Religion card, and 80 when I get a spy there. So there's a lot of good stuff, actually. Hey, there's an aid request. Okay, we'll get onto that. Hopefully I can pick up a couple of diplomacy points. Ooh, a flood. And you see, if that had happened a couple of turns before, I would have been able to have my own aid request there. Alas, not to be. So I've still got diplomatic league, and I've got 2 envoys now, which mean that I can send those somewhere. Jerusalem? That would give me faith in all of my temples and my shrines and stuff like that. Geneva would give me some science and universities and libraries and stuff. I think the faith is useful, and being able to pray in better units later into the game, that's going to be a really, really big one. So let's go pick up Jerusalem first. That's another 18 faith per turn. That's really good. Ottomans. Oh, 146 science. Hello. You've got to be close to being the tech leader with that sort of science. Yeah, 38 techs to my 27. Oh, they're 11 ahead. Oh, this game is going okay in the sense that it's quite peaceful so far, and I'm generally keeping an eye on the alliances and making sure everyone's happy with me. The only problem is that, yeah, some people are really, really forging a path ahead now, but it's okay. I'm just going to start moving my warriors around a little bit. When I upgrade them, I'd like to be able to attack that encampment on several directions at once. 4th source of niter. Next turn, mercenaries. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of niter for this war. I was really worried we were going to be a little bit lacking on the old good stuff, but nope, we should be fine. There's mercenaries. Professional army, in. Retinues, in. We've got natural philosophy, serfdom, colonization. I believe those cards are probably for the best to stay in, although I might be building spies in a second. I do want to keep settling. Getting all those settlers out is a huge deal. I just need to get my capital a little bigger. Actually, other cities could probably start to produce settlers as well. I've got a few bonuses empire-wide on those. Yeah, about time they start pulling their own weight, I think. 12 turns for a settler? Yeah, it's exactly what I mean. Come on, cities, get this stuff sorted. So we've now got a lot of niter, and we've got the ability to convert and upgrade my frigates for very cheap. So 165 gold for that. I'm going to just focus on the quadriremes that have promotions and the ones that are closest to doing damage. That's a good start on the niter. We're getting 8 per turn, so we can upgrade 1 more boat every turn. It's a good turnover, and we can now get some caravels as well. Exploration boosted, lovely. Cool, that's a lot of extra stuff. Conquistadors are only 10 niter though, so we probably could focus on getting at least a couple of conquistadors at the front line, especially the ones where, oh yeah, we've even got a siege tower next to it. When does my spy arrive? 2 more turns. 2 more turns. Not too bad. Oh god, Lisbon is tough. 78 strength. There's no way we're getting through to Lisbon. That is absolutely too far. Too far a step. Question. Can missions be built on desert? Yes, they can. So I could actually desertify this area. That is a term, by the way, to desertify. I desertify. You desertify. He, she desertifies. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't heard it before. There it is. Gunpowder. We can get conquistadors for only 5 niter. Bam. Oh, look at it. Look at the hat. It's beautiful. Okay, so 58 strength, but I do have a religious unit that does. I don't know if inquisitors actually count as religious unit. I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, we are Spain. This is what we do. We inquisit. But I've got 58 strength. Portugal follows another religion. And yeah, there you go. You can see I do 78 damage to that. Oh, that's so good. I've got another +5 from the World Congress. I'd forgotten that we'd boosted melee units. Now, question is, why am I not skipping this wall? It's fortification health 200, which means in theory I should be able to bypass that wall, right? Who knows? Who truly knows what's happening in this game? Not even the people that do Civ really truly know. I could pick up General now and give myself 2-3 Conquistadors, but I'm actually tempted to immediately go to Agency and get 2 extra spies to start really spying on Lisbon. I wasn't planning on doing this, but that is a really good thing. So we'll do that. 50% extra bonus spy production. I can do that in my capital 6 turns on that one. And yeah, we'll just... do I do that in my capital? No, I've got other cities to do stuff like that. We want my capital to be making settlers. Of course we do. Now I've got guilds. Let's pick up wars of religion and theocracy. Well, conquistadors will make this fight hopefully nice and easy, but we'll get printing to give myself a little bit more diplo favor. Or diplo visibility, I should say. Favor's not what I'm talking about. I don't need favor with myself. We'll come back to that, Portugal. Don't worry about my troops right now. It's not something for you to worry about. Who is my military ally? It is still Germany. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a joint war off the ground very quickly, but who was it? Was it Gaul? Gaul wanted a war with Portugal, right? Yeah. So my question is, do I want to go straight into siphoning funds, which is 4,000 gold, or do I want to wait and go for a listening post, which gives me 3 combat potential? I don't know. We'll work that out in a second. Let's get the diplomacy going, because we have no trade deals going with Portugal at the moment, apart from the couple of trade routes that we are sending to them. So I'll lose about 70 gold per turn declaring this war, but honestly, if that's the worst of it, I won't complain. Declare the war. It is a joint war. It is a formal war, so it is not a surprise war, and as I say, we're going to be very limited in the scope of what we take here. We want to keep our grievances to an absolute minimum. Now we go through our allies and we ask people to join in. The more people that join in with this war, the better. Come on, you know you want to. Rome. Yeah, Rome's in on this now. No, just that lot. So okay, so my 2 allies, Gaul and Rome. Unfortunately, Germany is having no part of this war, which in itself is a little bit frustrating, because they're exactly the people we want in the war, because they're my military ally, but never mind. Has this worked itself out now? Yes. Okay, so it was just a bug where, because we weren't directly at war at the time I was looking, my siege equipment wasn't firing properly, but that's okay. Conquistadors are still an obscene amount of damage, so we're going to go 1 attack and hopefully 2 attacks. Oh, we didn't quite break the encampment this turn, but we should be able to do that next turn, and I've got another conquistador behind just to swarm this city. Our main job is going to be pillaging and raiding, and anything that sounds a little bit like that. You can see actually we've got some units scattered around, but my navy mobilizes rapidly. Braga I'm actually going to leave alone. I think loyalty will do the job on that city. I'm going to take these 2 cities. This is my real priority. So we'll get my boats moving in this direction, and our first mission is absolutely going to be focusing on the enemy navy and dismantling that as quickly as we can. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. They are powerful. They're very powerful. However, I think I have the strength to hold this off, but it's just what I do with the spy. I could gain sources and go for the siphon funds. Oh, they've just lost about 3,000 gold per turn. Look at all that gold. They were doing a lot of trading with me. They will re-up those routes. Don't worry. They've got Rome to trade with. They've got France to trade with. They've got Gaul to trade with. And, well, not Gaul, but, you know, there's other people that they will trade with, so they'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll go listening post to start with. Let's get the extra visibility, the extra 3 combat strength. I probably should have done that at the start of the turn. I was still deciding. It's all good. Barcelona might be a little exposed there, but what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes you have to just say, fine, take the harbour if you want. We'll just have to find a way to live without it. And I'm going to actually send a trade route from Madrid. Let's do something from Madrid. So grievances. All about grievances. 100 at the moment. I do not want that to get high to actually give me a Diplo favor penalty. As soon as I start getting a Diplo favor penalty, we know we've gone too far and we need to just rein it back in a little bit and see how they react. They're mobilizing troops. They're doing a lot of damage to my conquistador. Things are being passed around. Units are being moved. Nothing drastic though. My navy is still pretty much unopposed at this moment. It won't last long. Look at that. I managed to spike my military strength from about 550 to 920 strength. Yeah, there's no way Portugal were expecting me to do that. That was an utter backstab for them. Well, I say backstab. I mean, does it count as a backstab when it feels this good, you know? There we go. Conquistador says, hello, thank you. I'll just walk into your encampment and I'll heal with this one whilst my other one walks forward onto their holy site, and we'll start to get ready to do some le pillage. So far the war's gone really well. We've got a nice little blockade going on in this pass between Madrid and Lisbon. The Portuguese navy seems to be stationed over by Lisbon, and my navy seems to be holding the Gibraltar Strait a little bit. I guess the Gibraltar Strait's over here by Porto, but we are very strong in this area. What I need to do is very carefully shift my units forward a little bit so that we can start attacking Faro, but also maintain this sort of naval blockade so that Portugal can't bring their navy through. These caravels, or these naus, get through, they can start ripping my frigates apart. I don't want that. So I need to make sure my caravels are holding spots like this, for instance, where they can zone of control all the way around, so the AI can't bring units around. That's really important. There's also a Portuguese now stationed within Faro itself, so I'm going to move another caravel in order to sort of blockade. Means that boat won't be able to get out and I can start pillaging at the same time. My conquistador can actually land. Sat on a farm there, which is really good. It means I can heal nicely. The siege tower won't be long after that. And now the frigates come in. Frigates might get a small blasting from the city, but I've got a few of them and we can hold this attack quite nicely. So 1 turn's worth of 4 frigate attacks. Yeah, about 40 fortification health. So in theory, 5 turns and we've got the city. It's not bad at all, that. At some point, the Portuguese navy is going to appear en masse, and at that point, we might have to readjust my strategy a little bit. Look at that, the Conquistador holding very nicely there. All the trade routes are being released from Portugal as well. Oh, here's the navy. Here it is. Yeah, this is going to be a problem, especially if Portugal starts giving these boats the +7 combat strength promotion. A lot of them are on 1 promotion. I think they actually start with the promotion, don't they? So they could be really tough. However, Reformed Church, now that helps a lot. Let's go theocracy so that my faith purchasing is a bit cheaper. I'm going to use serfdom, professional army and retinues. I don't see the point of changing those at the moment, but wars of religion will come in. I want to switch my government around a little bit later. I'm actually going to put in settlers there for now. But at the moment, that is pretty good. Yeah, Republican legacy has to come in, but wars of religion, now that will help. Hopefully, my caravels hold the line a little bit. Yeah, I've got intel on their movements. I've got +4 from wars of religion, and we have +5 from civilizations following the religion. Now, I tell you what I need my military ally in on this war. Come on, you've got to do this. Blocking deal. I don't want to join in. That's +5 combat strength. I could really use with right now. Germany really could use that. Was it a missionary? I don't think I'm going to allow that. No. So now that Faro has taken some proper damage, my conquistador, 75 strength. I don't have a religious unit near this though. That feels like a bit of an oversight. That's the nearest place that can produce one here actually. I could just produce one immediately. In fact, I can actually buy a temple with a little bit more gold. Just do a bit of selling. Yeah, there you go. You see, now I can buy the temple and I can pray in a Inquisitor, which can now run over and make this conquistador even more powerful. Lovely stuff. I'm going to just launch an attack anyway because I might as well, but Faro is falling quick. Oh yeah, there you go. Portuguese navy has decided to attack, and actually the fun thing is that my frigate did more damage to the now than it took in the other direction. So the promotions have been going, very, very properly. It survived 2 attacks and a city attack. Printing, there you go, that's another +3 combat strength. I've now got +6 intel. Lovely to see. What I did was stack all my quadriremes behind the front line, and that actually enabled me to get a lot of flanking bonuses and support bonuses for when they did attack. But now, I think we're in a good position to counter properly. I'm just going to bring you back, pull you behind the front line so my frigate can attack, even though it's on low health. There you go, there's the promotion I'm looking for. I think it's probably worth spending a turn dismantling this navy rather than just attacking out, I think. So I'm actually going to move my caravels out. I know I was blocking this now from bringing itself out, but what I can do is just bring my frigate in instead. Knowing that my frigates actually survive quite well, that's a fairly decent thing to see. Let's get that attack done. Another frigate attack on that ship. Get you across like that. Perfect. Look at that. And then we just need to flesh out the units a little bit further, start promoting more frigates, because the Navy is by far the most important thing that I need to keep going right now. Okay, so far, this is going okay. I'm happy with this. So the counterattack, yeah, they're just throwing all their boats forward. This is an absolutely brutal assault between the two of us here. But unbelievably, we are holding somehow. Oh, look how strong my caravel is. 76 versus 59. That's really good. There we go. Zone of control is really being pushed forward a little bit now. Tell you what, Granada is doing a stellar job of stopping Porto's troops from getting through to my lands. Oh, yeah, fair play. Love it. My caravels need a little bit of healing, and I think the best way I could do that is by raiding. Now, professional army, retinues, all this stuff is good, but I've run out of niter, and that's the main problem. So I'm going to put Wars of Religion near the top, and I'm going to put the raid card in. And we're going to change it up a little bit. Let's go Republican Legacy again. See if I can make my cities ecstatic. 6 of them are ecstatic. Excellent. Need a few more immunities, but now I can come in and start pillaging way up into full health on a single fishery or fishing boat attack, which is wonderful. And we can start putting the pressure on Portugal. As you can see, their nows are very, very susceptible to being teamed up on, and we've now got Guarda under assault, and I've pushed their navy back, and actually our military strength is just about to overtake Portugal, so this has gone so well. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalek, Skeptical Bear, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennis, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!